Are you drinking water from Starbucks?
Well, it's not from Starbucks. This is like a traveler that just looks like one of
Starbucks
their
water
cups.
is
Oh, so
just
that's like
the
a
best.
reusable.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had
It's
someone.
merched up.
Yeah, it was free. It was pretty epic.
Pretty.
We had someone pull through and order 2 cheese strings. That's it.
Cool.
Not cool.
Cool.
No, why not?
They're cheese strings. You're coming to Starbucks for cheese strings? Hello?
I mean, what they want.
I don't know. Every once in a while, you're just like, and this, I feel like this is more of a traveling situation. You're like, I need a snack. The only thing in reach is a XYZ. In this case, Starbucks. And then you're like, they have string cheese, right?
They have
Just
string
drive
cheese.
through.
There are so many better options than cheese strings.
You know what? I
Yeah.
want a pastry. I'm going to Starbucks.
Well, that's
Pumpkin
not.
loaf.
Yeah, there's so much.
That makes sense. I go to Starbucks for a pastry all the time.
Yeah, I pull up. Does Starbucks have good string cheese?
I don't know.
It's just string cheese. It better not be bad string cheese.
I didn't know they had string cheese.
Worthwhile question.
Exactly.
I did, but it wouldn't pop into my head if I was thinking like, I'm going to grab a snack from Starbucks. I wouldn't think, oh, right, they've got string cheese. Like,
Yeah, but it's like a lot of like parents pulling through Starbucks to get some coffee. Their 3-year-old is shrieking in the back seat, and they're like, "Fuck, give me some cheese.
That's
give
true.
Me
so someone
the
has
biggest
done this
coffee you got and some goddamn cheese."
Well, no, seasoned veteran that's training me was like, I've never heard anyone do this ever. I was like, she's like, I've worked here for 5 years. I was like, damn. Like, so it's not just me. Like, this is weird.
Welcome to the food service industry. You're gonna have so many stories. I don't remember half of the ones that I had, but I worked at a yogurt shop, a gelato shop. I worked as a hostess at a Tex-Mex restaurant. Ugh, I don't even fucking know. But people are so goddamn weird.
People
they're
are
really
so
fucking
goddamn
weird.
weird.
They really are. Especially when they're hungry or ordering food.
Okay, so get this. Story 1, okay? Yesterday.
Yeah.
This is my second day. I'm working the window. My whole job is literally just scanning Starbucks cards, handing off drinks, and they told me to be nice to people, make conversation, all that kind of stuff. So, girl comes up to the window, hands me a 5, is like, this is for you guys, and then I'll be paying for it with credit, or like debit, or whatever. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. Put it in the tip jar or whatever. She pays and everything. I was like, so how's your day going? She goes, good. Like, you heading home for the day? This was around 5 o'clock or so. She goes, yeah. I go, where are you coming from? She goes, actually, I was just picking out a headstone for my grandmother.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh.
I'm so sorry.
You get a nice one?
She said she did, actually. She said she was happy with what she got.
Fantastic.
Well, that's good. That's good.
But I was like, oh.
It's weird. It's weird how much people like share with retail, and it's like,
yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. Let's move right past that. She was like, no, I brought it up. And I was like, no, it's for me also that I want to go past this.
I'm like that though. People ask me a question, and before I even think, I just answer very honestly. Just like, oh yeah, I'm just at my grandfather's funeral, and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, don't worry, I said it.
I'm picturing you like in a funeral, like, I really can't talk right now. I'm in a funeral.
Sorry,
dead relative. Yeah. I know, really inconsiderate, but you just don't get to plan these things.
This is a bad time for me.
As I'm at the podium, like reading my like little.
And you're having trouble hearing them? Yeah. Hey, what? No, what? No, I said I can't talk about that right now. No, I told you about this ahead of time.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
dead. I said dead.
He's dead. He's right there. He's in that box. He's right there. I can't talk right.
Want to talk to him? Hey.
What? Oh, he can't talk either.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Speak up, old man.
Oh my god.
Who's there?
Too far. Oh my god. Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
You laugh through the pain.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's fine. He's dead. He doesn't care.
It's true.
What's he gonna do? Get mad?
What you gonna do?
Well, it's I'm back.
He's back.
Yeah.
Hey.
I guess it's more like Remy's back. I didn't really go anywhere.
But you didn't come here.
That's true. I didn't.
I'm back in my space.
You know. And so really this is all on you. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to tell you.
In a way, we're all back.
We're back. It's true.
I'm
in
back
our
in this
spot.
chair. You're
That's
back
true.
in that chair.
I'm back to looking myself in the eyes in this corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got the webcam position basically at the junction of my two monitors, so I have to split the difference here right now.
Well,
welcome back, Gibb. Good
thank
to have
you. In 2 weeks, I can gladly report that the hot tub meta is still very strong on Twitch.
Of course.
Yeah,
I don't think
I've
that will
seen it.
end.
Y'all need to get out here to my hot tub.
It's true. Hot tub
Didn't tell a lot.
podcast. You know, that would go up. That's a theme that I bet people would latch on to. Hot tub podcast.
I'm gonna wear a bikini.
Good.
Oh, yes.
You should.
Please do.
Because
I want that.
nips on Twitch, you need to cover them up.
You gotta tuck the nip, dude.
I think dudes are in the clear now. I think that's been
Aw,
modified, that rule.
Heck out. Nope. I don't. My rule is cover the nips. If you're gonna be on my podcast,
Weird.
man or woman, hide them. No.
Weird coming from the Austinite where they have freed the nip.
Have we?
Yeah, the nip's
Oh,
okay in
shit.
Austin. You can
Never
have
mind.
the nip out in public. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
That's true. Barton Springs, you'll see some titty.
Yeah, that water's very cold.
For the record, I am in support of.
No, yeah. Let's see them.
Yeah. There's
We're
no
all out
difference
here.
between boy and girl.
Yeah.
Nips, at
I'll
least.
show you mine.
Yeah.
It's
Pig for
an
pig.
uneven trade, honestly.
Have you seen mine?
Yes.
Then why are you lying to these people?
Oh. I'm sorry. His nips are beautiful. They're the best I've ever seen.
They're totally normal.
They're really
normal.
regular. Yeah, nothing
Both
different
of
about
the
them.
only two of them.
Yes.
That's really all I've got to report.
It's our cold open.
Yeah. Mario Party got an update after 2.5 years.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Suddenly Nintendo remembered it existed.
I mean, I don't understand why people are running out to buy this game now. It's still not good. The problem wasn't the lack of online, it was the lack of game. Like, I have it.
Like, this particular Mario Party is bad?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There are
When
4
compared to other
maps
Mario
total.
It's lacking.
And it has, like, no interesting... Well, none of the maps are truly all that interesting. Like, there was a case to be made for, like, each path in previous Mario Party games. It's like, this is the risky path, and this one's like the not so risky path, and like, I'm in a bad spot, so I'll do... There's none of that. It's just like, this is the way you go, and then sometimes it's blocked, so you go the other way. And it's just... Yeah, it is. I mean, the games are fun, but you only play them so many times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Mario Party hates me, so the game is bad. I don't know.
The game is bad.
Not blessed by
I
RNG.
can't win.
No, I'm not. Not in that one, at least. Not at all. I don't even win all the, like, you did the worst awards at the end.
You're pretty mids.
I guess, yeah.
I'll say Monster Hunter Rise has hit 6 million units sold.
I saw that. That's
It
wild.
is, yeah, it's on track to look like this year's Animal Crossing
Mm.
Feel
Horizons.
that.
And the content update is huge that they just dropped, like only a month after the game came out. So they're already like, well, here's more,
Nice.
It's free. Just have it.
Well, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
The way it should be. I already bought the game.
Yeah,
Thanks.
exactly.
It's only been a month. If you charge me for this, fuck you.
Yeah.
You can pay for
Suddenly I want a
cosmetics.
refund.
Yeah, you can pay for cosmetics, but like the new monsters and hunts and such are just here. Here you go.
Can I pay for a Jonesy from Fortnite skin?
That'd be pretty sick.
I bet you could. I bet you could make a pretty good likeness of Jonesy from Fortnite.
Good.
And then you just purchase like the dances that they have available for you to purchase. And
Can I floss?
I don't think you can floss yet. Well, I'll have to
Neverland's
see.
Justice?
Yet.
Or
Gotta hit my shit.
maybe those memes are too old at this point. Is there a new dance? Like, I haven't kept up with them.
Not that matters.
TikTok has accelerated that rotation, I think.
Yeah.
And also kind of changed the complexity level. They do all these little.
Yeah, that's choreography, dude. It's not just like here's a move. It's like it's a whole fucking dance. Like the savage shit. Jeez.
It's weird that they're like whole dances, but they're only like whole dances from the waist up, and you don't move your fucking feet. Like it's just like they're always.
I don't know, man. I see their knees like popping up and then getting like I don't.
They're always like
Popping in
they don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
they're like curved to like.
Yeah, I mean it's mostly about all this
rectangle that they exist in.
Yeah,
it's very strange.
I should get on TikTok, I guess.
It's nice to have a Nintendo game. Well, it's not a Nintendo game, but a game on the Switch that has good free updates. Didn't even have to be Monster Hunter. Anything that did this would have been like, yes,
finally. But yes, Capcom.
Yeah, I saw this tweet the other day that was like, I think Animal Crossing fans are slowly realizing that new games won't always have stuff from the old games.
It's a tough lesson.
It's like,
what are they missing?
I never played them.
Apparently the events in Animal Crossing used to be significantly better, and they bring back the events, just not the way they occurred before.
Oh.
Yeah. And so change bad. That being said, most of the events have been really bad anyway. But
I feel like the crossover with Pokemon fans were already ready for that, though. They knew to expect.
But how many of those people were there? Like, I feel like Animal Crossing Twitter, that's its own Twitter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those people that do that, they don't do nothing else.
You don't think they at one time played Pokemon?
I don't know.
Maybe at one time, but they wouldn't be fans, I played Pokemon at one time. I'm not a Pokemon fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't call myself a Pokemon fan. For sure.
I actively dislike Pokemon, as it turns out.
Really?
I want to throw rocks at Pokemon Go players. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
What's wrong with you?
I want to do bodily harm to them.
I think nearly every conversation we've had in the Discord about Pokemon, I have just been shitting on it repeatedly.
It does devolve very quickly into, no, I'm not feeling that, so... Well, what do you think of this? Yeah, no, that doesn't really work for me either. So
I love that one. What about the online? This is Nintendo, right? But yeah, it's like Pokemon fans are. It's like they're like Linkin Park fans. Put out whatever the hell you want, we'll love it. Doesn't matter. It could be hot garbage, but we'll like it.
You slap that name on it, and that's all that matters.
You're not getting any new fans, but you're keeping the old ones.
Actually, Pokemon is, and I think that's why they've got the model they've got, is because there's a new generation of kids to sell Pokemon to constantly, and so it's like, all right, if you're older and you buy it again, great, but we don't care because we've got these kids to sell to, and that's a big enough demographic.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I'm
it's a
surprised that they
perfect
keep connecting with kids.
I mean, why wouldn't they? They're just cute little characters
I mean,
that
just
kids
for
can
falling out
collect.
of vogue, like just for not being the hot shit. Because like,
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
it's not
Pokemon
really
isn't.
the hottest shit as it was.
Yeah, it's not near. Well, I don't know. I'm not 8 anymore, but it's not nearly as prominent in the youth today.
No,
Yeah,
Pokemania does not run as deep as it did.
No,
No.
not even
No,
close.
It's Roblox now.
Yeah. It's all
Roblox,
just
huh?
Travis Scott, Fortnite, and Roblox.
Man, you know how many parents must have been in for a shock with Travis Scott when they were like, yeah, it's Fortnite and they're like cartoon people and guns and we build walls and stuff. And then Travis Scott concert, it's like, oh, it's this live event. And then like 8-year-olds are watching like a live Travis Scott performance and parents are like,
It's lit.
Wait a minute. Man, this is lit.
What happened?
Turns out.
What happened here?
That event was really cool too.
Hey,
It was
son,
well
want to
done.
hear me do my Pong impression?
And then like Marshmallow did one, which is like whatever.
Marshmallow actually did his before. I think he was
Oh,
the
really?
first one. Yeah, I think he was the first concert they did and sort of the proof of concept.
Yeah,
for
because
it.
I have the emote.
Yeah.
You
there's
can you just jump up and down and yell like this, and that's my favorite. It was all I did in Fortnite, just like.
It was much smaller in scale, but they proved it was the thing that works. They got him on a call or something like that, so that at the end of the like set he could be like, "Hi, it's Marshmallow. Thanks for hanging out and watching it." And and then a couple times throughout, I think he was like, "Let me see this emote," or whatever. Like there was a couple I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
There
so,
was.
Yeah, he was the proof of concept. And then they're like, all right, now we're ready for Travis Scott.
And nobody ever talks about Weezer World.
Oh, fuck Weezer World.
Anyway.
You're just playing Weezer the whole time.
Remy, I know you saw that. We spent like 2 hours.
I remember Weezer World. Was that official though, or just some fan made?
They were playing numerous songs from their new album. It had to be official.
Okay.
I think we just turned the audio off because they kept replaying over and over again.
It wasn't even all the songs. It was like one song.
No,
that was just
there was this one terrible song that he kept singing about some prince. He had some song about a prince. It was terrible. Man, fuck Weezer.
Blocked it out. Blocked it out. The idea of digital concerts though, I'm all for it. Like that's really
great
cool.
idea.
I'd like to catch some more.
Have y'all seen any of the 100% Electronica VR concerts?
No.
George Clanton has been putting on VR concerts that have been really cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it just VR, or can you catch like just a stream?
They're streamed as well.
Okay.
And then you can go into the VR and like be a part of it and shit.
Like I feel like I'll eventually get a VR headset, but not yet. It's not even remotely high on my like list of priorities purchases.
I'd really like to.
Yeah, but I would like to have one eventually. Do you know what? To change subjects a little bit, do you guys know what game or what company? So it's kind of expecting a game to make an appearance at E3 this year. There's
Elden Ring.
Yes.
FromSoft?
Elden Ring is not mentioned specifically, but Bandai Namco's name has shown up on E3's 2021's participating companies list.
I am so ready for absolutely nothing.
Me too.
Well, there's also, I mean, okay, like I don't know how real this is, but there's also a leaked image that there's supposed to be a worldwide reveal 6/14/21. So it's been 2 years. They've got to have something, right? And I just want it to be. So I'll be optimistic. I'll be the optimistic one about it. But like 2 years, couple of leaks. I'm willing to tune in to hopefully catch something really cool here.
Well, you be optimistic. I'll stand nearby, and when it all goes through, I'll peel you off the floor and say, "Hey, champ." next time.
You see, it won't even hurt me like that though. It's like, all right, I'll just keep playing the like dozens of other games that I care about. Like, if I don't get this, if I never get this game, it'll suck. But I've got plenty of other stuff to do. So you guys don't want to sell it to me?
There would be a bizarre ring-shaped hole in the center of my chest.
Just right here, hollowed.
It would be in the shape of a G, and then an R, and then another R, and then maybe an M, I think.
And it would have a little newsboy cap on it.
Yeah.
Newsboy cap.
All right, I'm gonna bring us like in a big circle back to a topic we never talked about like 8 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a full-on like setting ourselves up to be let down by our own expectations type of deal, where it's like all of these signs point to Elden Ring coming here, and then the big circle comes back to the finale of WandaVision. Okay. Because Kevin Feige was talking about how everyone was like, oh, the Pietro recast was just some like cheap joke at like a boner thing, like he could have been. And he was like, no, he was like, you guys just thought that this was going to be some multiverse thing, and it wasn't. Like, no. There was no multiverse anything referenced in here at all.
I don't fucking accept, dude.
Yeah,
you
I don't
paid
either.
how much money for that appearance? You knew what it was. He knew what it was. He cast that guy on purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, yeah, like, suck my dick, Kevin Feige. I don't give a shit.
Also, like, no, by all means, go off. I did not mean to cut you off there.
Oh, you're fine. I don't have
I just wanted to add, you like, that's not valid if ahead of time you've announced this leads straight into a movie called Multiverse of Madness.
That's true.
That's speaking like out your ass about
that's
that.
bait for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's big bait. And that was his point.
This is like some Jon Snow is definitely dead shit, you know? Like, unless that's like him trying to throw us off his tracks, but I'm not getting my hopes up for any level of tinfoil in these big budget things ever again. Like, there's no point. They're going to do what sells best. So.
Yeah, and it did. It did. If you were like, oh, when people found out that Pietro was the other Pietro, people were like, oh shit, I gotta watch WandaVision. I gotta get my Disney Plus subscription. And then they were like, you idiots.
You believed us. I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't have believed us.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Just a troll.
It was very
Kevin,
smart.
Fuck you.
Do we know any nice Kevins? Fuck Kevins.
Never met a Kevin I liked.
I applaud the smart move, but you can't pretend that like, oh, you guys just thought that. Like, we never promised that. Like, you're not innocent in this situation.
No.
You're completely culpable.
Don't call me stupid, Kevin. Don't call me that. That's mean.
Now come over here and run this fade.
Yeah, I can't think of a good Kevin. I feel like have we gone over if there are good Kevins yet?
It feels familiar.
I feel like Remy knows a good Kevin. I feel like you were the one that was like, no, I have a nice Kevin. But I mean, I know some acceptable Kevins, but none that I like.
Right.
I can think of one Kevin that I would give the pass. Yeah.
Who?
One Kevin. He's the younger brother of an old friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good kid.
Okay. Yeah.
Kevin. If I just Google Kevin, who comes up? Hart?
He took bullying very well.
Kevin Durant, Kevin Hart.
Oh, Kevin Durant. Kevin Hart.
James.
Yeah, Kevin Hart.
Kevin James. Oh.
Who's that?
Don't need these Kevins.
No, we need Kevin James.
James.
He was Paul Blart.
I know we need that.
It's true.
We need Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Why do we need that?
Why don't you?
Why do you?
Are you a Paul Blart fan?
It's Paul Blart, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm aware that
it's such a meme lord.
It is. I've never seen Paul Blart.
Oh, you gotta.
Okay.
I've seen it. I don't quite feel the same way about it.
Put one on the board for Paul.
Well, What's that one with him and Adam Sandler where they have to pretend to be a gay couple?
Oh,
I feel like you should be canceled just for that.
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Chuck and Larry. Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, the whole like that was kind of like The Ringer with Johnny. Is it Knoxville? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I do, yeah.
So, like not to tangent hard, but like that was in that one. Johnny Knoxville's character is this like kind of scumbag scam artist that, along with another guy, thinks that they can rig the Special Olympics by entering them and competing. Competing. It's like, oh, that's so shitty. And then it's like, yeah, that's kind of the point. Like,
yeah, that's the bit.
You know, the guy's shitty for doing that. The movie is very clear that he's shitty for doing that.
You're supposed to not like him.
Yeah, he meets these people that compete in the Special Olympics. He gets to know them as, you know, real people, and it changes his worldview completely. And he realizes what he's doing is shitty. That, and it depicts them as the real athletes they are, that you can't just like show up and walk all over. You know,
they're still gonna beat you. You fucking regular.
As I recall, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. It kind of takes a similar stance. Like, yeah, it does kind of play up some questionable jokes, but they also kind of, you know, they don't dive too hard into the social commentary, but they do dive into it a little bit. And they're like, oh, there's like, they face like real discrimination, and that's kind of the point when they start trying to pass
them a lesson.
Yeah, they're like, wow, we really shouldn't be like trying to fake this.
Like a Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder situation.
Yeah, kind of.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or All of It's Always Sunny, except they never learn.
All of it.
They're just shitty the entire time.
Yeah. They're shitty people, but they're not there to learn. It's not.
No. They stay shitty.
How's your week, Patrick?
I mean, it's all right. I'll be honest. It's not eventful. In fact, just today, I mean, moments before this, I woke up because I went for a run and I fell asleep, and then I woke up like 10 minutes before we started doing this.
Oh,
nice.
I'm chilling. I'm feeling, you know, I got some coffee. I'm catching back up, but my week's kind of felt that sleepy. It's been gloomy outside for like 4 days.
It has, but it's not been like raining. It's just kind of been dark.
It's dark and moist.
Yeah, I can confirm that is dark in another part of Texas. But tell me about the run, man. Like, what are you doing regularly now? Have you seen like improvement since you started doing this kind of? I think you started doing this recently, but I think you've been keeping at it pretty regularly.
Well, I lost a lot of progress because of vaccination. That really ruined me for like 2 weeks.
Fair.
To be honest.
Fair.
So right now I'm getting back.
Mm-hmm.
I did like 3 miles. It's not a ton.
That's great. That's great. I love hearing that. Speaking of, I got my second vaccination shot.
Yeah.
Actually, what's that?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. Arm's actually just not as sore. So I have not had quite the reaction that JPAT did.
And wait, when did you get it?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're probably in the clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I ended up taking a nap like kind of late yesterday. And that was about it. When I woke up from it, I was just like, all right, there's a little soreness here, but
you know, I slept for like 18 hours right after. Like I was just dead.
Yeah, I know someone who did that too.
I know someone who had like dangerous levels of fever and chills and like all sorts of shit, hallucinations, like little fever hallucinations, and had to go into the ER for an IV to like rehydrate her and shit. But she's like, I'd do it again because now I'm like, you know, in the clear. She's got immune system problems, but like, I mean, spend your entire year fucking terrified because you've got a terrible immune system. You just 24-hour period of pure nightmarish sickness, and then you're good.
I am absurdly hyped to have gotten to vaccination without getting COVID.
Yeah,
that is
sick. Epic.
That's sick.
Yeah, especially since you were not able to like remain in lockdown.
No,
or quarantine,
not really.
I should say. Yeah. No, I feel the same way. It's like, wow, this is I'm in the clear now for like a year, right? Like that's how this works.
I think, yeah, like until the year
I
point
mean,
when I think we do probably need a booster. I
We
think
get
it's what.
boosters, yeah.
12-month booster.
Huh.
So I'm about to just hit the airport and go. I don't know where yet, but I'm gone.
I would like
And
to
now the CDC
travel,
said
yeah.
we can take off our masks in public if we're vaccinated.
I think they said outside, right? Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
outside, like yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna wear it at work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
when exposed, close quarters, keep it on.
Mm-hmm.
But outside, vaccinated, a mask, me couldn't be me. Get that out of here.
who
That's gonna
needs it?
that's gonna be a little odd at first. I think just being so used to it now, wearing it for over a year.
Oh, I'm gonna keep that thing on me forever now. But
Because people is nasty,
people are
and
nasty.
I don't need a pandemic to want a barrier between my face and you.
I've always thought y'all were nasty, but now I really know y'all are nasty, and I
Now,
don't want y'all's shit.
yeah, now we've had an adult conversation about it, and y'all are still gross.
Y'all are hella gross. I don't
Always
want
had
any of your
like,
sickness.
yeah, I've always been a personal boundaries. I've got a small, rather large bubble actually. I don't even like people like coming to talk to me, and I think like mask in a public place is very much like a no, no, fuck off. So yeah, keep it up. I'm keeping it on. Anything to make me less approachable.
So we went out because we are vaccinated. We decided to go out, get some dinner the other night.
Yeah.
And we were like seated up at the bar, and the bartender was like talking to us quite a bit. I don't know, he like took a shining to us and was telling us stories and be like, "Oh, like y'all, my favorite table tonight." Like, cool, hey, love it. But he like is consistently like pulling his mask down to speak to us, and I'm like, "What's the point, bro? Just like,
Yeah. It's fine.
just take it off at this stage. Like, you've leaned in, you've pulled it down.
Hey,
I'm vaccinated.
He had a weird
Go
energy,
ahead."
but he was nice.
I like he had a like one of his hands was covered in like those big like ultra alt metal skull rings, when they're just like huge and they clack on each other. And he would be at his like POS like tapping in orders, and with his other hand just like snapping with his ring finger and just making like 60,000 clacking sounds.
Love it.
His vibe was impeccable.
He said he's like not to like make you think I'm like listening to y'all, but like like bartending, I just like hear conversations. It keeps me like in my flow to just like listen to people talking and stuff. And y'all have some of the best conversation I've ever heard. Kind of, they were like, yeah.
I was I think I like moments before he said that I had just finished like shouting about like art and intention. So I was like, hey, like I love it.
What did you end up getting? This was like your first meal out of
a lot
quarantine.
of sushi.
Sushi. We went to Maiko, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Because it's shutting down. They're gonna fucking tear the building down, apparently. They're moving. So the restaurant will still exist, but not in that like cool 6th Street location.
No, because a large bank bought the block and is knocking the whole joint down.
Classic.
I hate it here.
I hate it here.
Classic. The bank moves in.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, sushi's a good like. You don't want takeout sushi. I mean, it's okay, but like for the most part, that's a dine-in move. And so going out for sushi and taking little sake bombs with our friend, and like it was such a great time. I've never been so like, oh my god, I feel alive again, like just going out and having dinner. It was the best.
Dorothy walking out the front door into the color like
they're all here.
It's all still here.
I thought I was dreaming.
Right where I left it.
Oh,
it's
so
weird because like now that we are vaccinated, we're going out again. Like I kind of like it's getting to the point where should I do things again? Like, is it time? Should I like make a tattoo appointment? Should I invite some people out? Like, I had somebody come over the other day just to like talk about music and shit. It's like living again.
Weird.
It's weird.
Weird how much you'd like get used to it, and then you'd like don't realize you're missing it after a while. You're just kind of like, yeah, this is life, and you miss it, but it I don't know. You don't remember how nice it was. You're just like, man, I wish I could do that. But then you do it and you're like, wow, like I feel like energized. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely took it for granted before.
Oh, I didn't. I loved going out and hanging out with people.
No, I did too. I didn't realize how great it was until
Yeah.
until the world said, no, don't do that.
I never thought I wouldn't be able to until I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, like I would literally I'd kill a man to just go to a show right now.
Yeah.
I said like, hey, you just got to kill this one guy. We'll let you go to a show. It's normal.
Now we don't even have to kill that guy. We can leave. He lives. He's
I'm gonna let him go.
It's not.
You're free, man.
I had a sound engineer come through the drive-through today, and I was like, I thought I missed live music, dog. Like,
I'm crying.
Pretty much, yeah. I was like, long day. He was like, yeah. Was it busy? He was like, no. I'm like, well, sometimes you don't need a busy day. And he was like, it's been a long year. And I was like, oh, what do you do?
Yeah.
He was like, live music. I was like, oh.
Shit.
I'm sorry. Okay, so Pete, you were talking about art and intent, and that like sparked this thing in my head that I just remembered. I saw a tweet a few months back from the guitarist of Polyphia, who is a prog instrumental band.
Polyphia.
Yes,
Very talented young men.
Yes, Polyphia.
Polyphia.
Mm-hmm. And he was saying that we need to normalize making music you don't like if it pays the bills. So there's the argument there for, art and, good and whatever. And then full on selling out,
Right.
making music you don't like, because the guitarist for Polyphia, his name's Tim, doesn't like guitar music at all. Even a little bit. He draws all of his inspiration from hip hop, listens to almost exclusively hip hop music all the time, and makes guitar music because it sells well. His band is successful.
Normally it's like kind of the other way around.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's wrong. I don't know that I agree that it needs to be normalized, because it is pretty normal. Like, I don't know.
No, but like
he's capping. He's capping quite a bit.
Is okay.
Just in my opinion, just he's someone because I'm familiar with dude. I've seen his playing. I know where that type of playing comes from. You can't tell me on any day that you don't like this type of music. You have a lot of roots in it. You might be proficient to a point where you're tired of it, but when you say you don't even like this type of music, you're capping. It's pure cap. You do. You're just a little bent out of it because you make your money this way, and you hang out in circles like modern music touring industry circles, which are hip hop dominated, and you feel left out, just like everybody else who isn't a part of the hip hop community proper just wants to put on Gucci slides and act like they're in the hip hop world. I get it. It's enticing. It's a very visually attractive world, but you can't tell me you don't like the shit you make. You're lying.
Well, I feel like the thing there is just that, like, maybe he likes the shit he makes, but he feels inspired by other genres of music. Sure. And, like, he's not making the music that inspires him. He's just making the music he's good at making. Also, I'm going to let Andy out of my
That's ultimately what I'm saying. But your level of familiarity tells me what you've listened to,
Oh, yeah.
I know where you're coming from. And I get what you're saying, but you're injecting some cap.
But then, like, where do you fall on the whole argument that he has, whether it applies to him or not?
How do you mean? Like what?
So is it secure the bag, or is it make good art?
Doesn't have to be one or the other. They both exist.
I don't believe,
and they're both going to exist. Yeah.
Because like if you have an avenue where you can get paid and like really secure the bag, like do that.
I can do it.
I'm
secure the bag.
Pro art getting paid. Please go get paid, but don't drain yourself to the point where you don't make things that you like. Like
you should be securing the bag to make your art.
Because there's plenty of people who, their taste changes. They decide that pursue their new directions. Case in point, I think of the dude who used to front Tiger's Jaw, emo band, pretty right up the middle of emo alley. Did it for a long time. Tiger's Jaw is still a band, but the dude who fronted left to become a SoundCloud rapper, essentially, because that's the wave he was feeling. It wasn't really a bag securing move at the time, but he went and did it. And I think it probably secures a bag now. I don't listen to it, but I don't listen to white dudes that rap. So
that's an interesting move.
But people do. People totally do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, you can't. I just kind of don't. But
here's a question.
Secure the bag.
So if like you and I have had this conversation a lot, and I'm sure that it's been brought up among the four of us. Like the thing that makes art is intention, right? So like if you go in with intention, whether or not like someone says it's well executed doesn't really matter. It's still art. Like you conveyed an intention. If your intention is to make a digestible, marketable, profitable piece of work, is it art?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
So that's your intention.
Yeah.
That's your artist statement, is I was making a canned piece of music so that it would blow up.
Which is kind of always my sticking point with any art anyways. Like, can I see the intention? Then I'm cool. Like, great, you did it.
I'll frame it like this. Like that's graphic design. Like that's what you're doing like 99% of the time.
That's marketable
design.
arts.
Yeah,
I mean, there's always...
It might be
logos.
Yeah, it might be a logo. It might be a layout for like an article. You're like that's graphic design right there, by definition. So
you might just be pasting maps together.
Yeah.
It still takes creativity. Like you still need to be a creative in order to make something that will be successful. Otherwise, you didn't execute your intention very well, and you don't have the skill for it, right? Like that's it. Still art, but you know, it's not going to complete your intention very well.
Well said.
If I'm at the end of a project and I'm like, man, this shit sucks, they'll love it. Like,
hey,
I did exactly what I set out to do. They're gonna love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine you're working on you're making a song. You don't love it, but
you mean every day? Sick.
Well, but
I'm already in the zone.
The song you're writing is being bought by, just think of whatever big artist you can that's mainstream radio. That's where this song is going to get played.
And I'm back out. You lost me.
You wouldn't
suddenly
do that?
I can't relate.
Wait, are you saying you wouldn't do that?
Of course I would.
Create, no, I was like, I can't create music because that's not what I do. But I would 100% do that if I did.
Of course. I mean, that's anyone. I mean, at this stage, if anyone hits me up for anything, I'm like, yeah, I bet.
If Justin Timberlake was like, Patrick, help me out.
I like this thing you do. I want to do that.
I'm like, we can do whatever you want, but you have to send me the sample of you from 1998 going Timberlake. I need that sample. Isolated.
That's my payment,
it's
as well as a check.
It's in the contract.
Yeah.
But if you agree to these terms, anything you want, JT.
Whatever you need, Justin. My week. What was my week? I feel like I've just been like, okay, so my week, I don't need to get into details, but man, maybe it was going and taking sake bomb shots. maybe it was just finding relatable ADHD content on Twitter. But I've been just like, wow, okay, like I can do things, and I've just been ready to go. And I've got like, you know, I've kind of like casually mentioned that my job has been like fucking around, like putting me on like contract work, and it's just like weird. It's like I'm like standing on this nice level ground, and they took it and they just like shook it for a second under my feet, and I'm like, whoa, dude, I gotta start looking. And like I don't fuck with that, because I've had the ground pulled right out. We're not going there. We're not getting to that point. So I've been looking, and like got some job interview. It's not, nothing's happened yet, but just like knowing that I'm capable of finding something that I'm like pretty interested in has got me in a good mood. So I've just been in a better headspace than I have been in a long time. So nothing in particular going on this week, but good mood, good vibes, got away from all of that, death and dad and all sorts of shit. So we're good. We're moving forward
I'm going forward.
that way.
And I mean, you've been busied up with school. You had to cut a couple streams for the foreseeable future. Well, not foreseeable future. It's like a couple weeks.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever?
So in I guess in that vein and around that, how's your week going?
My week's going pretty well, I'd say. I mean, I got my vaccination, so really feels like I hit the finish line there. I already talked about that.
2 weeks from the finish line.
Yeah. Right. It's not done yet, but I've rounded third base to mix in another sports metaphor.
I know that one.
Yeah.
It's like almost home, I think.
We're on the back nine. Yeah, we're on the back nine, and it's about to be.
I know.
Go. And yeah, so that
Not
feels
goal. No, different sport.
You hit the back nine home stretch, and you kick a field goal for a hat trick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nailed it.
I don't know any of those.
Beyond that, it's new game updates. Trying not to get too addicted to the new game content out.
There's a lot.
Sometimes succeeding, sometimes failing.
Right.
That's just how that is, unfortunately. So I feel like I'm in a decent enough spot. Schoolwork there's a lot of it. There's still a lot of it, but I'm almost done with the semester.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I've made some travel plans already with my brother for some time in the summer. So I'm looking forward to just getting out of town again.
Hell yeah.
I had someone come through the drive-through yesterday around like 5:00, and I was like, hey man, long day, whatever, all that kind of stuff. Turns out he's in like mechanical engineering. Last exam was today. So he comes through the drive-through again. I was like, how'd it go, man? He was like, that was fucked up. He was like, I really don't know. He's like, I just have to pray for a bell curve, and that's just what it's gonna be. I was like, oh.
Ooh. Engineering schools. I don't envy those people. No. It sounds like absolute shit.
It sounds like you're interacting with people more than I did when I worked drive-throughs.
Right?
I did not converse with them near that much.
Yeah, no.
I almost got in trouble one time for saying God bless to everybody, just cheesing it.
Why would you do that?
Just cheesing it.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna say God bless to everyone, and my manager's like, don't do that.
That's such a shit post.
God bless you. Have a great day.
Like, we don't do that here.
Good. I would have said the same thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I worked at fried chicken drive-through.
I remember that very well.
That was a sweet gig for us. He would get off of his shifts and he would bring whole boxes of chicken tenders and biscuits to our like already like happening parties and shit. It was really good.
That was always funny. Like we'd be having a party and you would show up and you would smell like the whole chicken joint. I could smell you through the door. I'd be like, he's here. Open it. He's got chicken.
Chicken time.
Oh man.
We're all playing beer pong. It's like,
yeah.
That's always the best when you show up and everyone's already drunk and you've done absolutely nothing and everyone's like, Gibb. And it's like, what's happening?
They're just happy. They're just happy to see that bag of like uneaten fried chicken and sometimes biscuits and rolls. Like
Oh,
they were popular items. They were definitely popular
yeah,
items.
I bet. But yeah, they tell us to make conversation. Like, please talk to them. Because it's
Really?
supposed to be
Starbucks
like,
employees never do that for me.
well, I'm reporting them.
Well, this is
Canadian Starbucks is
Canadian
different, I guess.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
They're probably covered in how are you all sorts of.
It is, yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone's saying like, I was like, someone was going on like a road trip out to like 400 miles from here. And I was like, have a good drive. And they were like, you too. And I was like, no, but I get it. It's reflex.
Oh yeah. You get them. We've all done it. We've all received it.
No.
That's like the how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was good, but now I'm gonna kill myself.
But yeah, we have like 400 orders in a day usually around.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a
yeah,
few
we
orders.
see quite a few people. Lots of dogs. Lots of dogs.
Oh, did you give any puppuccinos?
Yes, we do all the time.
Nice.
And you like see it come up on like the drive-through orders, and it's like, here it comes.
Here they come.
And
I've
because
never
like
ordered a puppuccino.
Starbucks sounds magical.
it's super chill. Also, our location is like super relaxed. And because no one's really allowed in the store all that much, we can just like shit around and like goof off. And it's like, it'll be like, there's a dog at the window, and we all wear headsets, and like everyone comes over to the window, like, there's a dog.
Dog.
Man, Tyler's gonna be just like screaming into his headphones when he listens to this because I think he really hated working at Starbucks.
Really?
So it sounds like there's a really disparate difference. Is that the
Typical
differences are
Kryler.
disparate? Oh.
I will say I got my dog a puppuccino today.
Nice.
How was
Yeah,
it? Did
on the way,
he eat it?
Oh, he loved it. He loved it. On the way to I was taking him to the vet to get some X-rays. Stopped to get coffee. Not at Starbucks though. And they
Fine.
Does your dog want a puppuccino? Yeah, he does.
Probably.
He does.
They haven't TM'd that by now?
It's too
Yeah,
late.
I don't know.
I think it's just out in the world now. Like, how does one trademark a meme?
By filing a trademark.
Oh, okay.
Well,
With a corporate stamp on it.
Maybe it's easier than I thought.
They've copyrighted Chug Jug for You, so
Really?
yeah.
Who
I mean,
did?
at one point, Paris Hilton just copyrighted the words "That's hot."
Oh, she
That's
tried
true.
to, right? Didn't that get
I don't
struck
think
down?
she got it. I think
Not
it
get
did
that?
get struck down. Yeah, she did try.
Maybe for the best.
Yeah.
And there were shirts that she sold it. I remember at like Hot Topic that said "That's hot."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, Chug Jug for You now has a license. It's copyrighted. So there you go.
By the kid? By the
I get, or like the family or
that's trademarked,
something.
by the way.
That's hot?
That's trademarked.
Oh, it is.
Good. Good for Paris.
I swear I remember her losing some lawsuit over that.
I thought I remembered that too.
But
That's filed
it's
and approved.
been years.
She did it. Yeah, who remembers that hot? That's hot at this point.
Yeah, she secured her bag, and I never had to think about her again.
Well, she's got a new. Oh no, she didn't secure shit. She had a bag. She's born with a bag.
Yeah.
But she's got a new catchphrase, and it is. I think it's a combo of the word slay and living. It's just sliving.
No. That's much worse than that's hot.
Sliving.
Who the hell is saying sliving?
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, who else?
Look out of here. Me right now. I'm sliving.
Her horde of fans. People adore her still.
Really?
I have no clue. What's
life.
the demographic on that?
She's the original influencer. She's
not
the one
looking
that
at-
started it all.
You're a Paris Hilton fan?
I'm the demographic.
I mean, I follow her on Instagram. I guess I'm
Why?
a Paris Hilton fan.
Uncle Paris.
She's
Look,
fascinating.
I like it because we need a well-rounded cast here. So this covers all of our bases.
Excuse me?
I'm saying you take care of the Paris Hilton news, so I don't have to.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't have to concern myself with it because you've got it.
it's really weird because she's getting involved in like because I don't know if y'all have like heard about or seen her like YouTube documentary like This is Paris because her parents sent her to some like reform schools as a kid and they were like really abusive and shit. Not her parents, the schools. And so she's exposing like those schools and what goes on there. So she's doing all this sort of like activism and work in like legislation and stuff like that. But you know, she can't abandon the Paris brand. So she's got these videos where she's just like signing some papers or standing behind people when they sign some papers and then like interspersed between those shots it's her like on a stairway just like and then it'll cut back to the like legislation and she's like in her like business suit with her little chihuahua like it's just like
I love it
because that's what she does. Like you can't abandon that. That's her whole brand, and she's kind of talking about how it's all been an act the whole time. So I think Paris Hilton is fascinating. I fucking love it.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it.
I'm sliving for Paris.
There you go. So you're gonna slip for all of us.
Hashtag me too. What?
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Trying to think of like I'm gonna do you think there's a trademark on bonkers? This shit
No.
I'm filing right now, dog.
You're gonna need some reasons to like how you like why do you deserve a trademark?
I
like,
use it on stream and make money.
Do you like how
you need
much
to brand
money
your
talking?
stuff
Doesn't
with
matter.
that though.
That's not important. Like, that's classified.
You will need to have some operative branding. You need to
I do have some operative branding.
Now if they don't give you we need to make it unique. What's the plan B here?
No, because I don't have the trademark.
Is it Slonkers? Are you Slay Bonkers?
No, it's just Bonkers. Slonkers
well,
makes it sound like Slonkers sounds like I'm way too drunk. Like, dude, I'm like slonkered right now.
So slonkers.
I'm not so slonkered at that party. Oh man.
It sounds like it could be a euphemism for breasts.
She's got some crazy slonkers.
Yo,
slonkers.
Big ass slonkers.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I have branding done. Check.
You have branding, but
slonkers anywhere present in it.
No, because I don't have the trademark.
But having it in your branding will help you secure a trademark.
But then someone might steal it from my branding and trademark it before me.
File it faster. That's the point.
I'm trying to file it, but you're telling me I need branding.
Use it.
Write it on your headband. Just take
this whole conversation is bonkers.
It's a big circle. Yeah.
We're sounding very slonkered right now.
I'm fucking slonkered. It's bonkers.
You're gonna go to trademark bonkers, and you're gonna see slonkers right underneath it.
Yeah, it's you.
And my name.
Alphabetically, this makes no sense. Why am I seeing this?
You guys wanted me to see this.
No one's trademarked donkers yet. It
there
goes
must
straight
be.
to slonkers.
So we got bonkers, chonkers, slonkers. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
Sorry.
I don't know who made a file for Onkers trademarks here, but they're all here.
Chonkers is got to be taken, right?
Must.
Oh yeah, it's filed. Chonkers is done.
Donkers must be.
And I know Yonkers is.
Yonkers is
Yonkers,
for
yeah.
sharks.
You
for
say for
sharks?
Yeah, for sharks. Dolphinately.
I heard a
Turtly.
T.
Oh, okay. I see what's going
For sharks.
on. I'm having a stroke.
Yeah. Turtly.
I think we're all having a stroke. Bro, I am stroking out, but I am sliving for it.
Oh my god.
Let's stop this right now.
Yes.
Write me out.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No.
Catnip in the butt.
Have you guys heard of the band Scary Pockets at all?
No.
All right, so this is a fun band because the longer I describe it, the weirder it gets.
Fantastic.
Okay?
Begin.
This is a funk cover band.
I'm already annoyed.
Started by the founder of Patreon, who also plays in the band. He plays keys.
Wait. like what's his name, Jack?
Yeah, him.
Really,
Yeah.
really. I
Yes.
just watched a like a 50-minute interview of him interviewing Joe Budden today.
Oh,
Like,
Yeah.
how weird! How fucking weird! That dude's weird. I got a really weird vibe off that interview.
Oh,
That's
for
a weird
sure.
dude.
Watching him play though is so funny because I bet you already know what he looks like when he plays
I mean, I do.
keyboard. It's so funny. Anyway, the point is, I've been listening to a bit of their stuff. They do miss. They do, but when they hit, it's crazy.
Okay, and
stuff like that's good.
No, that doesn't throw me off that much. Just like what was it? The director or writer of Neo Yokio was also the
Arcade Fire?
no, was
it's
it? No, it wasn't Arcade
Vampire
Fire. It
Weekend.
was
Vampire Weekend. Same.
And, yeah, it's like
Not even similar.
No, Arcade Fire was in the BoJack. Anyway.
Arcade Fire
No,
was
is
in
that still
BoJack?
Vampire Weekend? Who the fuck knows?
I don't know.
Missed me with that 2009 indie shit. Oops.
I don't know how you are the demographic for that.
I know it just totally. I don't give a shit about Phoenix. I never
it.
cared about Foster the People.
Okay, well now you're missing because those aren't even like that's
okay. But Vampire Weekend and Arcade Fire too. So
they had indie clout. Those other two, Phoenix had some.
Phoenix did.
Foster
Foster the
never
People
had
was
a single ounce of indie clout. They never ever had that.
But sorry, I totally interrupted. What about Neo Yokio?
No, I was gonna say it's that doesn't throw me off that much because people, I've seen it before where someone known for one thing also does this thing completely unrelated and
but it's a funk cover band with a rotating vocalist. I missed the rotating vocalist part.
Yeah, no, you did miss that. That's
every single one has they have people who come back, but mostly every song has a different singer on it.
Yeah, having lived in a hipster music town, that's it. Just doesn't throw me off.
Fair enough.
I get what you're saying. It's weird, but yeah, no.
It's interesting because like same experience, same town, kind of a different takeaway. It's like I have experienced that. I don't want to again.
oh yeah, no, I'm not saying I want it. I'm just saying like, okay, no, I follow what you're saying here. I'm not thrown for a loop.
And what are they called?
Scary Pockets.
Scary Pockets.
Okay.
Yeah, they have some good ones. They cover all the hits.
But in funk style.
Yes.
Okay.
There was actually from that same hipster music town that Remy describes. There was a band that basically fits that same description, and they were called HGH. It was Human Groove Hormone.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the end of that story. I thought they had an interesting name.
Shouts out Human Groove.
Shouts out the dudes that made up Human Groove Hormone.
In a similar vein, this is a band I know. That was
That's just that we were talking about dumb names. I mean,
okay. I thought you said you were saying
I realized I was setting up that like I was gonna say something, and I was like, wait, shit, this is weird now.
Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Shut up, Gibb. All right, Gibb's back off the podcast.
Shit.
Cue the Tannerite explosion.
We should have a button and Gibb's house blows up in pink and blue smoke.
It was a boy. It was.
No.
It is no longer. What have you been listening to this week, Patrick?
What have I been listening to this week? Let's do a quick Spotify review.
All right. Anyone else got something on that they got right away?
I know the new Jessie Ware single dropped. I don't know if it was today, but I heard about it today. And it was really good. Thank you, Mario. Shouts at Mario for bringing that to my attention. And in music news, TDE teased a drop on their Twitter saying like with a little like loading symbol, like it's coming, and dropped a date like
Wait, it's
May
over.
7th or something like that. And everyone's like, oh my god, it's gonna be Kendrick. And I'm all like, no one's even thinking about SZA, the one who's dropped like 3 recent singles.
For what it's
So
worth, everybody's thinking about SZA. For what it's
gotta
worth.
be
really, no comments when I looked at it. So
I saw
good.
equal parts 3 of Kendrick, SZA, and Isaiah Rashad. Everybody was
Okay.
like, it's gonna be Zaya, it's gonna be SZA, maybe it's Kendrick.
Isaiah's been quiet as fuck. Kendrick's been quiet as fuck, and SZA's been consistently dropping singles. So why are we all thinking this is going to be someone else?
For what it's worth, we're not gonna know when Kendrick drops. Like, it's not gonna be like, we're not gonna get this groundswell. It's not gonna be like songs coming out. We're gonna get punched in the face. It's gonna be like, hey, record.
And maybe it's going to be someone else entirely. Who the fuck knows? But I was just like, it's not Kendrick.
I
not
swear
Kendrick.
to God, if it's a Reason album,
then
I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to scream into a pillow.
I was just like, keep moving.
I'm just going to be like, well, this was a waste of time. All right.
But yeah, that's my music thoughts.
Not that Reason is bad. Shout out Reason.
This was a waste of time. Oh, it's not bad.
Wait, is Sir TD?
Yeah.
Okay. Just not related to this, just a thought.
When did Sir drop something last? What was that 2018? Is he due?
He's dropped some singles recently.
Oh, it was 2019. Okay. 2019. I've been listening. I probably said this last podcast, but I've been listening to Dissect, and they've been covering Yeezus. So it's always been like new episode of Dissect, re-listen to Yeezus.
Yep.
Reaffirm that, man, I just wasn't ready for art when that album came out.
Same.
I didn't understand your art, and I'm the fool. So
I thought I did understand the art to some degree, and listening to Dissect, I'm like, man, I didn't understand the assignment.
I didn't see the intention behind.
But Kanye did.
Kanye always does.
Kanye understands the assignment.
He's got a gospel Grammy. Come on.
God damn, dude.
I feel like
he's gonna invent Jesus talk. I mean,
I forgot about Jesus talk. Oh man, I'm still waiting for Jesus talk.
Where's the Jesus talk?
I almost think I need to revisit the gospel album because I just wrote it off immediately.
There's like 2 or 3 slappers on there for sure.
It was good.
Yeah. Now that I'm revisiting Yeezus and just kicking myself for being a fool.
Don't sleep. Definitely, you gotta, when you listen to new Kanye, when he's on some bullshit, you gotta set that all aside. Be like, all right, he's on some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But he always delivers the art. Let me just take this.
Exactly. Well, here's the thing about Kanye West is like, whether or not it's your shit, that man is every atom of his body is an artist. Like, all he wants to do is create art, and whether or not it's your thing, like, that's fine. But like, you don't take a project of his and think like, it's just a new sound. You think like, okay, well, here's all of the intention he put behind this album, right? Like, it's very clear. The details, not so much, to me at least. So, podcast.
Well, you haven't listened to Dissect, so
I do.
Quit playing yourself.
Oh, okay.
Not to promote it as a podcast.
No, shouts out the best podcast on any platform.
I've been meaning to.
Us.
Oh,
bam!
We won. Patrick, what you got?
Honestly, I've been listening to an episode of Dissect and Yeezus in its entirety, and then an episode of Dissect and then Yeezus in its entirety.
You got it in its entirety?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
every time.
One episode
on that like one song shit.
No,
I'm seeing the bigger picture more clearly.
It makes you see the bigger. You're like, wait, if that thread's already started in this song, I need to hear everything in this. Like, I got to hear the whole thing.
Try
again.
to guess what's coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we did that. I always forget the name. It's the Carly Rae Jepsen website. It's like where he breaks down every song, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Scar no one can see. go listen.
That
But
is fascinating.
it is. It's really good. It's
For
really
fans of
fun.
Dissect, it's a bit weirder, but it's the same treatment. It's cool.
It's goofy. It's goofy, and and we spent tonight like drinking and like pacing and listening to Carly Rae Jepsen, and then reading out this, and then be like, okay, play that song, and then oh wow, I hear it.
What have you been listening to, Gibb?
Yeah.
Scary Pockets.
Yeah, that
here
makes
and
sense.
there. Mostly though, a few weeks back, I talked about the In Heart's Wake album Hellbringer, which was from the beginning of 2019, I think, or the end of 2019. So it was already old when I was listening to it then. Still old now. Still killer.
Nice.
As famous Canadian rock band Sum 41 would say, all killer, no filler.
Wow.
They did say that.
They did say that one time.
That was
poignant.
First album, right? Or
I'm not sure if it was the first
really
one.
Not Canadian enough to be able to ring off Sum 41 facts.
Honestly, neither am I.
They were the first
that
band
was
I
like
saw it.
That was like when they played in Toronto and they were like, and this is an unreleased demo from like our first album. And then like everyone in the crowd was singing along. I was like, what is happening here? Like,
the fuck?
He's like, we wrote this in the basement and it didn't make the album. And I'm like, why do you know this? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it's their second album.
Yeah,
Half Hour Power was their first.
There we go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
I'm not
right.
enough
I
of
knew
an
that.
angsty white boy to know anything about Sum 41.
He is
Aren't
very
you, though?
white boy. When your name is Derek with a Y, you're the most white boy. Yep.
My name
Where
has
does
no
that
Y.
go?
Deryck. Derek Wibley.
Derek.
Yeah.
Derek of Sum 41.
Some birdie word.
I'm looking through their album covers right now, and I hate that moment. It's like, this must be the set. Let me just like check a year real quick. But like when all the pop punk bands of the moment all started just getting into like everything's like black and pink, like all at the same time.
Are you talking about 2007's Underclass Hero?
I am.
Yeah.
It's like American Idiot comes out and suddenly everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm wearing black shirts with ties now too.
Underclass Hero goes crazy.
Y'all all
though.
look like shit. Y'all all look like shit. Does it? I never listened to it.
That's fair.
The song or the album?
Yes.
Okay. I remember that was the last album I listened to from them.
I didn't make it past Chuck.
Oh, Chuck was even better.
Chuck was tight. Chuck was tight.
Album.
I'll give it to on Chuck.
I wonder if Chuck has aged well because I didn't hold it as high in as high regard as I did like All Killer No Filler and Does This Look Infected. But maybe I'll revisit Sum 41 and see if Chuck aged well.
I think it aged okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the tracks. I'm kind of remembering how they sound. I think it aged probably better than some of their older stuff, if we're honest.
Gibb, do you have insight on this?
Oh no, I was just about to say that I missed the Chuck tour. My brother went, but I was like,
oh,
when did that album come out?
2004.
2004.
Yeah, so I was 6.
Yeah.
Couldn't go to some 41 show.
Yeah, no, you're not ready for that.
At 6 years old. So
I was honestly like, I wasn't really going to shows yet either.
I'm gonna say you were 13, like
you go to some 41 show at 13.
Yeah, I just
they
didn't
are
start
just
till like 15.
kids, right?
Yeah, my brother would have been 11 or 12 then, and he went.
When did?
Damn.
And the venue, oh god, it's honestly terrifying being there. Like,
yeah,
it's you can hold maybe 300 people in this place. It's on the water, like on the lake. When anyone moves at all, the floor shakes.
cool.
So when people are like jumping and stuff, like the floor is like visibly flexing. And not in the like normal like cool concert way, like it's like we're gonna all sink this building into the water. Terrifying.
Cool way to
I
go.
don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg comes all the time. Fun fact, he
Nice.
comes every year. Don't know why.
That's
Why
actually pretty cool.
not?
Yeah. He's there all the time. I've only been there for one show. I think Sum 41 stopped coming. The Trues come all the time. You know the Trues.
Mm-mm.
No.
I can trace when I think I started going to shows, and that was about 2007.
Yeah.
Because that was when I went to my first Warped Tour, which was their Lucky 13. That was the theme because it's their 13th year of doing it. And I'm looking at like a list of the bands that played, and it's just a fucking time capsule of like songs from my middle school, high school days.
Sick.
Or not songs, bands, I should say. Yeah, like
ring them off. What do we got?
Okay, back.
There's I'm gonna skip, what I'm not really into, but don't recognize. Alkaline Trio, All Time Low, Amberlin, Avenged Sevenfold, Bad Religion, Bayside, Big D and the Kids Table. I remember I saw Boys Like Girls.
Big D, there's not a single Warped Tour date that they have ever missed. I swear to God. Big D is every date, every city, every year.
No, actually, they just played 2 dates, I think, that year.
That's shocking. I feel like it was always
they
like
probably made an appearance at every Warped Tour.
No matter what stage I'm walking past, Big D is playing it. I don't know how.
Geodos, Family Force 5, Flogging Molly. I specifically remember Flogging Molly. That was an intense show. People went really hard.
The Irish boys give it up.
Yeah, they do. They really do. Gallows, Hawthorne Heights, The Matches, Megan Dia. I'm just reading from like the first stage here. I'm not gonna go through everything, but Newfound Glory. This was the lucky.
It's a big year. Yeah.
Norma Jean, Pennywise, The Rocket Summer.
Norma Jean and Pennywise are still playing festivals.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Pennywise has been around a while.
Pennywise, that's legacy SoCal punk at this point. Like, there's a bag to secure in that.
Yeah. The Rocket Summer, Scary Kids, Scaring Kids, Stray Light Run, Sum 41, Tiger Army, Under Oath, Yellow.
Under Oath is also still playing festivals.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I never got into Under Oath myself. I had some friends that were really into it, and it was like acceptable because they were Christian. So like when in my youth group days, it's like, yeah, we can play this music. This and Family Force 5 is what's okay. And it's like, oh God, I hate Family Force 5.
Oh, yeah. I always liked Warped Tour for its like tour drama though. Were you with we went to most Warped Tours together. I remember Gallows was playing. I think we were waiting for whoever was coming on after him, but they like stopped their like set for 30 to 40 seconds and just let all of this feedback ring. It's loud, it's obnoxious, just like, oh my God, why? And like the singer like cuts it off and he's like, and that shit still sounds better than Broke Inside. And everyone was like,
yeah, because like the music scene of Warped Tour was really shifting.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was really like, oh no, that's not real.
That's not Warped Tour. That's not punk rock. I miss those days.
I think I've talked about my first show, the RTJ3 tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's a big first show. Like, damn, it's quite an introduction.
It was wild. It was so hot, and it was like the middle of January. It was the worst. It was so hot in the building.
Okay.
Yeah, not outside.
Y'all in Canada. It ain't hot in January.
Speaking of which, we're getting snow next week. Like,
cool.
Yeah.
It's 90 degrees outside right now.
Is it actually? No,
Yuck.
It's not that hot.
Yeah. I touched 90 today.
Oh, okay.
But it's always hotter out here than over in Houston.
Well, that's an hour and a half.
Beautiful. We did it.
I just made it back.
You did.
Proud of all of you.
That was a good one. That I'm proud of us.
It.
We're grooving. And potty pits.
Potty
Oh,
pits. That's how you know you've been podding.
yeah. I think I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
I'm never in the clear. If I do anything, anywhere, at any time.
We're good. We're good.
Pits.
My deodorant did its work.
Excellent.
I got sweaty pits. It's sick.
This is our lucky number 13, isn't it?
Oh,
Is that the
what?
case?
Warp tour.
Wait, hold up.
I think you might be, you're calling it early. You're calling it early.
Shit.
Oh no, we don't. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 12.
We just did 11. This is 12. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Next
we just
week,
hit a dozen.
lucky number 13.
Well,
We're killing it.
yeah.
We are fucking crushing it.
Hey, all of our wonderful fans, don't forget to like and subscribe if you aren't currently. We're always hanging out, shooting the shit like this.
If you're listening on Spotify, hop over to the YouTube, like and subscribe.
Also, thanks for tuning in on Spotify. Love that too.
Rate the podcast if you're listening on a place where you can do that. Apparently, that does us good things.
Give us a thumbs up, like us, 5 stars.
Review.
We're amazing. You know it. We know it. Let's call it what it is.
What is it?